Saima, before I break this game down, tell us the gamut of emotions that you may have gone through for a period of, this 100 overs, because I can tell you, we were all watching together in the office, and I think I've, bitten my nails more than I can chew. So 10 scenes here. How is it that you saw this entire match?
Well, I would have also bit my nails up, but then, over the years, I cut my nails every Thursday. So I'd already clipped my nails in the morning. But yes, I mean, it was exhilarating. It was exhilarating. It was sometimes, a little bit frustrating when you look at some things happening and say, oh, why did you play that shot? That kind of stuff. But it was exhilarating, absolutely, and thrilling, absolutely thrilling. Wonderful, wonderful win. Full marks to Jemimah as well as Harmanpreet for the way they built that partnership. It wasn't easy to build that partnership, but the way they built it, slow and steady to start with, and then accelerating and scoring at a very good clip, picking shots well, picking gaps well, playing where the fielders weren't. And of course, they had a bit of luck, which is what part of the game. But also because of the way they were batting with each other, they took the load off each other. Sometimes, one batter is not stroking the ball well. The other batter tries to take the risk. They didn't have to do that. So wonderful, absolutely wonderful effort.
Saima, you talk about that partnership between Jemimah and Harmanpreet. Now, this is one thing that we've seen where the Indian women's team has faltered in previous occasions. They get very close to the target or get very close to the win and then go on to collapse from there. Do you think, seeing the way they batted today, seeing the resolve in, let's say, the way Jemimah was batting, Harman was batting, the required run rate was increasing, this is something they probably would have spoken about, worked hard on, very conscious about it, the way they went about their business?
Yes, I think knowing one's strengths is also important. And I think they recognize that, hitting boundaries is their strength. Hitting boundaries, not really looking to hit the sixes, is what they want to do. Harmanpreet can hit the ball into the stands anywhere, even on the big Australian ground, she can do that. But she curved herself. She was playing calculated, attacking batting. So she was hitting the boundaries. Yes, the occasional six did come through, but she was hitting the boundaries. And that is what was so important. They played risk-free cricket. And that was what was needed. Risk-free cricket, but smart cricket. They were knocking the ball into the gaps, taking the ones and the twos, hitting the occasional boundary, keeping the run rate, the required run rate in eyesight all the time. So I think that was it. They played very smart cricket. Jemimah, for example, look at that. She's a slip of a girl. She knows that she can occasionally hit the six, but she wasn't looking to hit the sixes. She was looking to hit the boundaries, and it was terrific batting from both of them. And then, of course, Dipti coming and accelerating at just the right time when Jemimah, after the 100, was getting just a little, you could see maybe she was just a little bit tired. And it does take you a little time to get over that, euphoria of scoring 100. Your focus goes away. And that's why it's always good to be at the non-strikers. And that's where Dipti came in and played that nice innings. And then Richa hitting those big sixes. So altogether, a terrific batting effort from the Indian team.
So it is a world record chase. Looking at the fact that it's a world record chase, looking at the fact that it was against the mighty Australians that are invincible when it comes to women's cricket, looking at the occasion, it's a semi-final of a World Cup. All these things put together, the greatest run chase ever, period?
I would imagine so. I can't remember any chase like that in women's cricket. Wonderful, absolutely. And you won with 5 wickets, and you won with, I think, 8 balls to spare. So that tells you how brilliant that chase was.
So anyway, I was talking about it being a record run chase. The record was created in this very World Cup. Interestingly, between these two teams, 331 that Australia chased versus India in Vizag in this very tournament became the highest ever run chase in women's cricket. Guess what? Within a week or so, the Indian team is, done that, gone one better. So it is basically payback with interest as quickly as this. Have you seen that before?
Oh, well, we saw that yesterday, didn't we? Yesterday, because in the first match of this year's World Cup, South Africa were dismissed for 69 in, I think, 20-odd overs. And yesterday, their captain scored 169 herself. So that was the kind of payback that we saw today as well. So both teams that have got to the finals have defeated the teams that beat them in the earlier matches in the league stage. And so the final should be really a nail-biting one again.
Saibhai, couldn't have come to a better person listening to what she has to say. Dropped the last World Cup, wasn't even part of the squad, wasn't doing well mentally, did not even know that she's going to be batting at number 3, has been a middle order batter. It's all come good together for her.
Yes, absolutely fantastic. I think, yes, I think when you're left out of the team and you come back into the team, the pressure is way, way too high. And she's dealt with that pressure by scoring a very good 70 the other day. And so that would have given her a lot of confidence. And today's innings was a marvelous innings. I saw Pratika Rawal's 100, and I thought that was one of the finest hundreds that I'd seen in an earlier game. Sadly, she got injured. Otherwise, India would have had a very, very good opening bat. Nothing against Shefali. Shefali could go on and get a big 100 or big score in the final and win the game for India. But the way Pratika Rawal had batted, and then now Jemimah, I mean, she was absolutely incredible, the way she batted. Smart batting, mature batting, knowing when to go for the big shot, otherwise knocking the ones, twos. And she was running for everything. You know, she was running for everything, which just tells you her stamina as well. Amazing. Absolutely fantastic to watch.
So, I mean, just looking at Jemimah's knock here, two things that really come to your mind. One is the fact that I remember she did not have a great start to this tournament. 2 ducks, if I'm not mistaken. She could not buy a run at one stage. Goes through with the first 3 games with hardly any runs there. Gets dropped. One, the fact that she's turned it around. So clearly someone had the belief that she can do it despite not having a great start to this tournament, whether it is the coach, whether it is her captain in Harmanpreet. Secondly, to push her to bat at number 3. And as she said, she did not know. She even took a shot, had no idea. And then 5 minutes before was told that you're going to bat at number 3 in such a crucial game. Clearly, there are other things that you look at, whether it's at practice, whether it was previous occasions. You've seen those things and you believe in that. And that's why you back her.
Yes. Yes, exactly. She's got some experience. You got to say that. She's played in the leagues overseas as well. She's played in the women's Big Bash in Australia. She's played, I think, the 100 in England. So she's been around and she knows how to pace an innings, how to build an innings. Those, of course, were T20 formats, but this, of course, is a 50-over format. But she's got the experience. And we all know she's had the ability. Don't forget, when we're talking about her batting, do not forget what she did in the field. Please do not forget that. She took 2 outstanding catches and she had a run out at a crucial time. So while we are all, going gaga about her batting, do not, forget what she contributed in the field. Otherwise, we could have been chasing 350. Who knows? So all in all, when you get the opportunity, you have to have the belief in yourself. And that's exactly what she showed, that she had the belief in herself. Like she said, that she wasn't expecting to bat at number 3. She was told just 5 minutes before that she was going to bat at number 3. But, she said, right, this is an opportunity. A challenge is always an opportunity. And she grabbed it with both hands and good luck to her. And all I can say is that India win the World Cup. She and I, if she's okay to do that, we will sing a song together. She with her guitar and I will sing a song. We did that at one of the BCCI Awards, I think a couple of years back or 3 years back
Yes.
at the BCCI Awards. We did, I don't know if you were there, but we, there was a band who were playing there. And then we decided, look, let's go and do something. So we sang a song. She was on the guitar. She plays the guitar very well. And I was with my whatever voice, I did sing a song. But India win. I would, and if she's happy to do that with an old man, I'm all for it.
I'm sure she'll take up that offer. We'll ensure that this message does reach her, and it'll be obviously, I'm sure, even though I speak for her, a privilege for her to be, jamming with you. But before that, India will have to win the World Cup, and I think that is exactly the more important bit. But I'm going back to that point, Saibhai, that you make. That 330 or 339 that Australia got could well have been 360. One, you talk about, what Jemimah did in the field. I take you back to that particular moment in the match. Australia sitting pretty, 220 for just 2 with 16 overs to go. It's looking like they'll reach 360 odd. And then they have a bit of a hiccup, courtesy our spinners in Sri Charni and Radha. Total of 4 wickets that fall in about 40 run period. You think that itself was also a game turning moment, because 339 you're chasing versus 369 could have been a different ball game.
Oh yes, definitely yes. I think those wickets are coming in a cluster. That certainly set Australia back. No doubt about that, because Australia were going at a bullet speed, bullet train speed, and they were the brakes were put by the spinners. So clearly, yes, you have to say that happened. But again, over there, those catches by Jemimah, as well as the run out, made a big difference.
Saibai, how do you look at the scenario right now? Because we were talking about the final. Many were saying that if India win this game, it's pretty much the fact that you won the World Cup. But I'd like to remind our viewers, 2017, the exact same thing happened. You beat Australia in the semi-final in 2017. In the final, lost a very close game to England. This time you have the South African team. But with the confidence that this Indian team takes to the final, would they then go in as the favourites?
You could say that. But don't forget what South Africa also did. Like I said, that you had England, who beat them in the first match of this year's World Cup, having dismissed them for 69. And then when it was the semi-final yesterday, the South African captain herself scores 169 in a total of 319, and they win by 125 runs. That's a massive margin of a win. So which tells you that the South African women's team is a very, very good team. Clearly, I think this is going to be a nerve-wracking final for Indian cricket followers. But nothing can be taken for granted. What India need to do really is to get their last 5-6 overs right. If they can get their last 5-6 overs right, who are they going to give the ball to? That is the most important thing. We've been seeing that in the last 4-5 overs, even when defending scores in the earlier matches where we lost to South Africa and we lost to Australia. I think when we are defending scores, I think it's our bowlers, the final over bowlers, that you have to sort out. If you can do that, stop throwing unnecessarily at the stumps, because everybody does that, because that can only mean overthrows. We saw today that there were 10 runs conceded because of overthrows, 10 runs which could have made the difference between winning and losing. Luckily, it did not. But I think those are the little things that India need to get them right. And if they get the little things right, then then they will be all right in the final.
Okay, and finally, Saimai, before we let you go, whatever happens in the final, is it fair to say this particular win, in the manner in which the Indian team achieved that total, it is the coming of age of Indian women's cricket? Fair to say that?
Yes. Because don't forget the pressure of expectations of the home crowd. Pressure of expectations of the home crowd. They had lost to the three big guns in the tournament. So clearly, I think then to come back the way that they have, it just tells you the makeup of this team. It tells you the makeup of this, the determination of this team to do well and to get to the final and hopefully go on to win this. So clearly, yes, I think you could say that the Indian women's team has definitely come of age, and all the very best. God bless on the day of the final.